Finally, there you are, standing in front of your class for the first time as a student teaching assistant. Now, there are many things you need to communicate at the beginning of a course. Where should you start? Let's keep it simple. Start by introducing yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But what do your students need to know about you?
My name is...
First, your name, obviously. And you need to know theirs. To make them feel comfortable and to create a relaxed working atmosphere, first names are best. Next, tell the students what your role is. Why are you there? What kinds of issues can your students discuss with you? Are you the only person who will discuss the exercises with them? Will someone else be involved when it comes to preparing for exams? Now, you might say a few things about yourself. What are you studying at ETH? What's your main field of interest? Why did you become a student teaching assistant? Why are you teaching this exercise course? What do you like about teaching? The first moments are key to building trust in this area. Explaining your own difficulties with some of the lecture topics might be a good way to start. If you start with this personal approach, students get an idea of what your teaching and their learning might be like in your class. If a teacher starts in a monotonous drone and doesn't connect with the students, how motivated will they feel? Instead, make them sense that there is a dedicated, energetic TA in front of them. Also, if you're open with them, they're more likely to be open with you. They may also find it easier to ask questions if they don't get something. So far, so good. Now, let's talk about course content. A good way to start is to spark interest in the subject. Get them motivated. Also, explain as clearly as possible why the topics of the lecture are important for their further studies, and that the exercises will build the knowledge and skills they need. Point out links between the lecture and the exercises, and with previous or future lectures, and link it all with future jobs and the real-world situations they will meet one day. Next, describe the framework of your exercise classes and the learning setting. How will you structure exercises? Will students work independently or in groups, or both? Will you integrate tests, quizzes, games, and so on? What about performance assessment? How do you expect students to prepare for performance assessments? Will students solve exercises and submit the answers every week for feedback? Is there a mid-term exam? Last but not least, give them logistical information. How can students reach you? How do you prefer to communicate with them? Earlier, we mentioned how to create trust between yourself and your students. Let's move on to the working culture in the classroom. What rules and responsibilities are important to you there? Do you like punctuality? If so, say so. Does the course require preparation? If so, explain why. Tell your students what they can expect from you in return. Are there deadlines for submitting exercises? Remind the students that they need to stick to them if they want your feedback. To maintain an atmosphere of mutual respect and cooperation, encourage your students to participate actively in your course by asking questions and discussing things during class. You won't be giving all of this information at the beginning of every lesson, of course, but from time to time, it is useful to refer back to it. And remember, if you've planned the introduction to your first lesson well and dedicated enough time to it, the atmosphere of cooperation and trust you create will endure and make your entire course a success.